Hello everyone and welcome to my next video for this city of Final Fantasy Opera. And in this video I'm going to be taking on the Gentle Giant level 200 LUFENIA quest as part of Guy's character event, and for this I'm going all in with a team of Ramza, Decil and Kurasame with a Ramza friend and a brother summon. So, what are orbs? We don't talk about those things around here. I am ever so slightly retrospectively disappointed that I pulled for Gao, because the main reason that I did was so that I would be able to tackle this quest, because the bosses here have an orb condition that requires you to inflict earth damage in order to increase the turn counter, and they have all sorts of nastiness going on where they will at certain HP thresholds basically hoover away all of your bravery and then sort of bring up this big red aura, and then they're gonna like basically do a double AoE HP, like brave HP attack on you. And it's just all sorts of nastiness, right? But I have been having a lot of success with this team. It is incredibly fun. It does ridiculous gobfuls of damage, and it also brings turn delay, so it basically just prevents the enemy from moving while you batter them to a senseless pulp. And that's what I'm going to be doing here as well. I don't think this would work if you don't have a burst weapon. I have seen a variation on this team lineup. I have seen it done with lightning instead of Dark Knight Cecil as well. And in fact, lightning might be easier to manage in terms of the turn delay, but she does do less damage per turn than Decil does. Well, her DPT might be pretty similar, but she takes more turns, so the orb runs out faster. If you use lightning, you definitely need a burst. But I think you can do it with this team. Basically, we're just going to be going all in with the offense. We're going to be applying Decil's LD debuff, we're going to be spamming Kurasame's LD, we're going to get as much HP damage up as we can, and we're going to use the delay abilities to launch them into Kingdom Come. And we should mostly be able to work through the orbs. I'll use my Ramza's burst on the first orb sequence, and that should sort that out. And then when the second orb sequence comes around, which is only 5 turns I might add, when the bosses have 30% health left, they will pop the orb at 5 turns. Then we'll go into summon, and I have brought brothers here for the earth damage, and with 2 Ramzas spamming their LDs, which is AoE bravery damage, they are going to be hitting for earth damage, so it's going to like raise the orbs to the point that we are going to be able to deal with them without problem. So without further ado, let's jump in and see how meme worthy this gets. So unfortunately, I mean, I could use Balthier, right, instead of Kurasame, but Kurasame just does more damage. Like, he increases the party's damage by 30% instead of 20%, and like, he does multiple brave dumps, HP dumps himself instead of being restricted to mostly single target attacks. So, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer for me that you want to be using Kurasame if you have him. Like, he's still better for this purpose. Okay, so let's use LDO here. Get the delay in on B over there, so we can actually dump our party members' bravery. And I think we can do with another LD. Let me just use freaking Xande. No reason not to. Ooh, 121k. Yeah, see, they still got the coal bug, curiously enough. Like, my damage still goes higher than it quote-unquote should. So, like, I should be capped to 114998 on Decil, but for some reason it seems to be going higher. I mean, don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna complain, exactly. There we go, so that is now below 80% health, so that should like hoover away all of our bravery, which we don't have any left because we were launching, and yeah, here we are. So it's as good a time as any for a Ramza LD, I think. Might as well use this launch while it's there. I should really be using the HP attacks there instead of the bravery attacks, but hey. I'll use another LD just for the turn delay. There we go. You'll have to see it. See, that's what I mean. Look, Decil doing 125k. That should not happen. But I'm not complaining. Oh, there goes bye Ramza's bravery. Okay, that's too bad. Do another absolute zero. So of course the orbs are up at this point, so it is a very literal damage race at this point in time. We need to do enough damage in as few turns as possible to ensure that the orbs don't pop off, and this is why I'm saying that bursts will be very helpful. For this reason. So we're getting another launch. And then I am not going to Dark Cannon over there, because I'm going to go into Burst with Ramza, right? It's Ramza's turn now, so let's pop the Machina Call so that we get the bonus critical damage during the Burst phase. Not that Ramza really needs a lot of bonus damage, but it is going to help when we jump into the Brother's Summon, of course. So we can absolutely just use HP attack here, and I saved that launch so that I could pop the Innovate, even though it doesn't really matter because we're going to use LD anyway, right? There we go. See how much more damage we're doing with that, thanks to Machina. Machina's Call is really good for burst effects, it seems. That 40% bonus crit damage, you can really tell the difference. I mean, I could do this, but I'm not going to, honestly. I am going to do this, though. Feel that one in the morning. That's what I mean by yeah, you know what? Let's do this. Oh no, we haven't used Ice Reaper yet. Oh, that may have been a mistake. In fact, that definitely was a mistake. I really shouldn't have used that Crystal 65 right there. And that thing only has one turn left on its Luffy Orb. Let's hope it doesn't kill us here. Don't trigger, don't trigger. Okay, there we go. You heard the sound, but it didn't trigger, which is what we wanted. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. We're still in there. Oh, I'll absolutely take this launch. Don't mind if I do. There's the Ice Reaper I was looking for. I should have used the Crystal 65s like when it was during after I got the EX up. I'd forgotten that it's actually been so very few turns. Yeah, so we want to exhaust Decil. So I'm actually saving my Ramza's LD for the summon phase, because we want the AoE bravery attacks to deal the earth damage to them. Okay, here's what I should have like waited for. This follow-up from the Ice Pillar, which is what I seriously thought I had actually used his EX, but I was apparently mistaken. Okay, So this should at the very least trigger. It should trigger both of them actually. Oh no, it only does B. So here's what I was saying: you get them below 30% health, and they've got 5 goddamn turns left on the orb, which is insane. So it's time for the friend Ramza. And of course this will deal absolutely absurd amounts of numbers, and it will also suffice as an earth attack to increase the orb. But we didn't trigger A before we got into here, so that's kind of that's kind of unfortunate. So look how much more damage my Ramza does with the Machina Core. 11k bravery hit. It's good. It's good. I mean, obviously there'll be better ones around, but you know, I'm looking forward to Emperor's Burst. I don't know about anyone else, but Emperor during the burst phase with stuff like another burst effect going, and with like Kryl in the team to increase the weakness damage, and all sorts of disgusting combinations. Like, I really think that Emperor has the potential to do stupidly meme-worthy numbers if you set him up properly. Like, I think Aranea comes out. I think Aranea is one of Emperor's characters as well, so having her on the team for the bonus damage just seems, yeah, that just seems like a very good idea in general. Okay, so I've just been launching away here during the burst phase, and the enemies are nearly dead. Oh, okay then. That's better than I was hoping for, actually. I really didn't think that they were gonna just be like basically dead, but I mean, here we are. I could use Ultima, I could, but I'm not going to. Well, I'm obviously going to use +++. For the free turn. And you're out of here. And you're not far behind, sir. Okay. And, yeah, I could burst just to style on him, but I'm just going to use HP attack so I don't bump up the turn count, because that's how I roll. Okay, there we go. And that is going to be Guy's LUFENIA. So, yeah, complete steamroll, as expected for this team. I'm going to be honest, I was looking forward to this event coming out purely so I could use this team and see how well it did. And what can I say, the results don't disappoint. So it turns out I didn't need to pull for Guy. I mean, I didn't need to pull for Gao after all. But I'm sure he will still come in handy for maybe a challenge quest down the line, or maybe I'll just feel like using him at some point. You know, in that counter-style team with like Rude and Firion or something. But for the time being, this is going to be all she wrote. So, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I guess I will see you all in the next video, which is very likely to be Ultimecia's Heretic LUFENIA, or like whatever it is, which is the next event to come out. You've got Ultimecia and then Jack coming up next week, and then a huge gap, and then Kryl and D20. So it's kind of sucks that Kryl comes out so late, because I'm looking forward to her as well. But yeah, Ultimecia should be fun. So I'll see you guys then. And until that time, take care and goodbye.